Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 101, and my name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is January 11th, 2023. So your 11-month window is going to be December 11th, 2023. And the 7th-month window is August 11th, 2023. As always, Buy and Sell can be found at BuyandSellDVC.com, and DVC Rental can be found at DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash.
I was just going to jump in and say, January 11th, short sleeves.
Short sleeves.
Come to Florida. It's beautiful.
And we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're here on YouTube. Like it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And we're going to jump into the buy and sell side of things. And really, I just want to mention this, beginning of the year, you know, you're planning out your trips for 2023. As if you're a member, you already know this. If you're a prospective member, you need to be a planner as a DVC member. And yes, people say, well, does the home resort matter? You know, the home resort does matter, because if you know where you want to stay and you have the capability to book 7 to 11 months in advance, you want to buy at the resort that you want to stay at, because under 7 months, especially when it comes to the studios, because they require the fewest amount of points, it's very hard to find a studio under 7 months, really at almost any of the resorts. And then after that, it's the 1 bedrooms, 2 bedroom. But the home resort gives you the 7 to 11 month window. If you're a last minute planner, that's where you really want to lean more towards the renting side of DVC, because the DVC-Rental is, you know, they have confirmed reservations, not always, because those get snapped up, you know, pretty early too, but sometimes you get someone that can't go for some reason, last minute, they keep the reservation, they rent it out. You can look DVC-Rental.com, confirm reservations. You'll find their
under the deals button, for the record.
Deals button. There we go. Yep. And they're in order by check-in and check-out day, correct?
Yep.
So they're sorted. So you go on there. You know, tomorrow you'll see the next closest one. And then, you know, you might see one that's, you know, 11 months out. So I just wanted to mention that you really need to be a planner with DVC. You don't want to be a last minute booker. So I don't really have a big section today. So you might have to carry the show. So now we're on to the food review of the week.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you. Get in my belly.
So for today's food review, I mentioned previously that we did try a bunch of holiday stuff over the Christmas holidays, and we still have a couple things to go through. We stopped by the donut box at Epcot, where we tried 2 different donuts. Both of them were $5 each. They had the chocolate peppermint donut and the eggnog and cream filled donut with cinnamon icing and ginger snap cookies. The chocolate peppermint donut was really, really disappointing. It didn't have a single bit of peppermint flavor on it. When you look online, sometimes a lot of them had broken up candy canes, like chunks on the donut. Ours was like candy cane, like dust, and it had 0 flavor. So it was literally just a chocolate donut, and the donut itself was a little bit hard. I mean, it was just not very good at all.
So it sounds like it was made like a few hours.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't recommend this to anybody. I give it a 3.3. Now, the eggnog and cream donut is much more interesting. And here's the issue. It's almost like that bundt cake that I had. Maybe that was last week. I think it was last week or the week before. I think it was last week.
It's
like the bundt cake that had like the marble size apple inside. This had pretty much a marble size little dollop of eggnog cream in it. The eggnog cream in this was really, really good. Now, I'll give this, I'm still gonna give this a 7.8, because the whole donut itself was actually still very tasty. But I saw pictures online of the people like who broke it in half, and there is cream just flowing out of both sides, and I'm going, it's literally 10 times or more the amount of cream that was in our donut. So this was actually a really, really good donut. Again, 7.8, and this would have been much higher had it had actual cream in it. So I wish Disney needs to work on the consistency a little bit more, because again, this was really disappointing. And then when I was writing this review, I went on Google just to like look up some stuff, like the exact wording of what exactly, what exactly it was, with the cream-filled donut with the cinnamon icing and the ginger snap cookies. And the pictures I saw online, also ours was just like crumbs on top. Other ones had like big chunks of like cookie on it and stuff like it. The pictures I saw online looked nothing like the donut I had. So I was going, the pictures I saw, the donut looked amazing. And I'm going, Disney, work on your consistency. You've got to put together the same product for everybody, because the one I had, again, while 7.8, it was still very good. I know that whoever had those other donuts, I'm sure liked it a lot more than I did. And, some other family is going to be disappointed. But this was actually a very good donut. Blew away the peppermint donut. And again, chocolate peppermint donut, you have to put peppermint on it.
That's interesting that they're not. I'm just trying to think of why they wouldn't be consistent, I guess.
I mean,
do you have a favorite donut place or no?
I got
Like sticks out in your mind,
Krispy Kreme is always pretty solid. But sometimes like a Dunkin' Donuts or a Krispy Kreme, I love Boston creams. Chocolate on top, cream inside. I love filled donuts with cream, whatever it is inside. And sometimes they're absolutely loaded, and sometimes there's not too much. I mean, this was like the smallest amount I've ever seen in any filled donuts. But I mean, it's just whoever's filling it and squeezing the stuff inside. I mean, if they're not doing it consistently, or Mary, who works the morning shift, is very generous, and Steve, who comes in the afternoon, is like doing it quickly and just shoots a tiny amount in there. I mean, it really affects the donuts. I mean, this was, again, very good, but the one I saw online looked amazing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Did you like eggnog?
I only have it. I mean, it's okay.
Okay. 'Cause, again, like my wife, we were splitting with the family, and my wife she didn't even get the eggnog flavor of it. I mean, I think there was so little of it that I ended up having like the majority of the eggnog cream, and I was like, I definitely taste the eggnog. This is actually really tasty for the tiny amount that I got. So I don't know. I wish they'd be more consistent. I wish I didn't have this donut and I had the donut that was on the Google search. But again, eggnog and cream donut blows away the chocolate peppermint. There was nothing on there. It was super plain. I'm sad that I got that donut. I would have just thrown it away. It was not worth it.
Can I share a donut story or?
Can you share a donut story?
Yeah, is that all right? Or?
Yes, you may share a donut story.
Well, because you're talking about consistency, so I'm thinking. So Anna Marie Island has a place called the Donut Experiment, or Donut Experience, one of the two, and it's extremely popular on the island, right? It's packed every morning, but it's a cake donut. So however they make the cake donuts, it must the donuts come out the same, and then you pick the icing that you want. Which is like, I pick chocolate, and then you can pick the toppings that you want.
Really?
And then, so like, one of my sons picks chocolate sprinkles or rainbow sprinkles, and then like my wife does maple bacon. I do chocolate with chocolate chips, right? So these donuts, so you talk about consistency.
Made right in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's these are, for the most part, the ones that are making the donuts are 16 to 18-year-old kids, right? So they take the cake donut, they dip it in the icing, then they dip it in the toppings, and say I've been there 30 times. The donuts are, it's consistent. Your cake donut with the chocolate icing and chocolate chips, it's consistent. Because the donut, number one, the cake donuts, however they're being made, they're coming out fresh. So it's very consistent. So I just want to let you know, donut experience, very consistent. You're going to get consistency there.
And to be honest, I've run into this with a donut box at Epcot before. Like during Food and Wine Festival, I think they had a couple donuts. I didn't even try them because I had read such bad reviews online about how they were hard and they weren't, they just weren't good at all. So I was a little concerned when I tried these. And again, my concern was correct with the chocolate peppermint, but eggnog would have been.
You got the peppermint
solid.
dust.
Yeah, I figure if you have a chocolate donut and you're trying to give it a peppermint taste, you know that if it's literally dust, there's going to be no taste to it. And again, if you look online, the pictures, you know, it's got big chunks of peppermint all over it. And then it was just like a tiny sprinkle of dust. I'm like, I was concerned looking at it, and then by eating it, we're like, there was literally zero peppermint taste to it.
One of my sons, he would have been like, look, do you see this picture online? Like, why does mine?
I almost wanted to do that. I don't complain about anything. I thought about being that guy. I would walk over the picture and say, this is not what I got.
Because your expectations are here.
There's no
and you're
peppermint
getting
taste.
this.
I bought this for the chocolate and the peppermint for the Christmassy taste, and there's zero.
Because I don't think you would have been out of line asking that. Like,
I'm sure the cast members honestly would have given me another one, but I don't like being that.
Because they
person,
might have said that, it was Steve. He doesn't, he doesn't put that squirt in there, the right size. We've been telling them about it, so thanks for pointing that out.
Management won't listen that Steve's not squirting correctly. Now we have proof, and now Steve will get spoken to and won't get in trouble, but his donut making skills.
And
will
maybe
improve.
Steve just needs to move to a different part of the operation.
Maybe, yeah.
He's been in that same part, and he just needs to move something else to.
He's like, how many times a day can I fill a donut? He's like, move him to the cash register. He'll be fine as a cashier. He's not the filler guy. He's not the squirter guy.
Now we're on to the DVC-rental side of things.
Why bother? On the rental side, I want to touch on some things to do like on Disney property that's outside of regular Disney parks and stuff. Maybe jump in a little bit if you've done a couple of these, because some of them are a little different that don't get a lot of love. First, you've got Disney Springs. You've got all shopping, dining, bowling, movies, M&M store, Coke stores, lots of big stuff to do on, outside of the parks. And again, that's the main one that everybody knows about. But
Legos,
you got the Lego store. There's so many stuff, so much things to do there. Like mini golf and golf courses. There's so many miniature golf and golf courses in the Disney area that it's got to be one of the top ones in the country. I mean, I know Myrtle Beach and Hilton Head are very big for golf as well, but there's so much golf around here that you don't. Those are big ones that a lot of people even know about. But there's so many different golf things to do, which is really, really nice. Dinner shows, off and on property, like Hoop-de-Doo Review, but then
You've done that, right?
I have not done Hoop-de-Doo Review. I know. I have.
Wait, is that on the agenda for 2023?
Yes, that's on the agenda for 2023. We were going to do it with a bunch of the EdCot people when they were down here, but then they decided not to do the Hoop-de-Doo Review. But we had said we were on board for it. But they have medieval times shows.
Have you done that?
No. Medieval times I have done. I've not done the pirate shows. I did medieval times once. Pirate shows. There's like sleuth shows. There's so many mystery theater shows. There's so many things out there.
Wait, I forget. Is medieval times the one where they're like jousting on the horse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And you cheer for your
color.
Yeah, exactly. Every group has a color, and you cheer for your knight of that color.
And you don't get any silverware.
And they give you a little chicken, and yeah. But the stuff that again people don't even mention that stuff. There's multiple outlet shopping. You've not even just like the main like Vineland outlets and the International Drive outlet. There's tons of other little like outlet shops and tons of shopping around Disney. I mean, besides you think about Disney, you think about Disney, Universal, and throw SeaWorld in there. There's also 2 Fun Stop locations. They offer like annual passes are like $60 or something like that. They've got rides and go-karts, food. They got an arcade on there, snacks. There's multiple water parks. But besides forget about the Disney stuff. There's other water parks all over Volcano Bay. Margaritaville's got their own water park. There's lots of.
There's Old Town.
There's Old Town. There's water parks. There's stuff all over the place that never gets any love. Gatorland, which I am dying to do. I will be doing that in 2023. Again, was supposed to do it last year with the Malik family. They are huge Gatorland fans.
Are they annual pass holders?
They are. They're annual pass holders, and they just renewed their annual pass on their most recent trip in November. So I will be next time I'll time up so we go with them, and I will get an annual pass, and I will be doing Gatorland stuff as well.
Do you have any idea about that park, or?
He's taken a lot of videos on Gatorland stuff. I've watched it. He likes alligators, a little too much probably, but Gatorland looks really, really fun.
Because it is impressive when I guess they're using their tail to
themselves
to jump out of the water to get the rotisserie chicken or the chicken. Mm-hmm. That is quite impressive there.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have what's the thing where you get on the rope and you slide down? I can't think of the
zip line.
Zip line. They have zip line there too.
Yes, they do have zip line there. They have like you go like I think monster trucks and like drive through Everglades areas. I think, but they have like a monster truck ride thing. Again, haven't done it. I'm pretty sure they have stuff like that, but looks really, really cool. Definitely want to do that, and relatively inexpensive.
What's that?
Annual pass is like $100 or $120.
To add to your list, bass fishing.
Yes, bass fishing.
Which Scott has participated in before?
I've done the Disney bass fishing, and Jason reminds me constantly that I live by all these lakes, and I have not gone fishing in any of the lakes yet, which I will do at some point, as I do enjoy fishing.
Plus airboat tours.
Airboat tours. Are there a lot of airboat tours like in the Orlando area?
Oh yeah, right in Kissimmee. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I know obviously towards like Everglades there's a lot of stuff. I wasn't sure if right around here there's like airboat. See, I live locally, and a lot of times you don't do these things either because you get stuck in your rut and we're working or you're going to Disney. There's so many experiences outside of the parks that again never get touched on. Like Orlando, you got basketball, baseball, you got solar bears, hockey.
Wait, you're saying baseball? What's
There's I've been to basketball. I put baseball on there. I have baseball, I think.
Well, the Braves used to have spring training here, but then now they're gone.
The Tigers, I know, are Lakeland. So that's about 40 minutes away or so. Right. But there's sports around here.
Bears.
Yeah, I was gonna. My kids are into volleyball. I played volleyball growing up. Like there's a lot of UCF and a lot of places around here you could go check out their teams as well. Like I was gonna take them to a UCF volleyball match. I thought my kids would like that, but the season ended. I didn't get the chance to. I've done Solar Bears hockey. That was a lot of fun. I'm planning on doing some Solar Bears hockey this year as well. Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts. There's a lot of really cool stuff. They've got Wicked, Hamilton, Christmas time they have the Nutcracker. So they've got a lot of like big time performances as well. Not cheap either. I was looking at like Wicked tickets. Sometimes $200+ for Wicked tickets. But I mean, I don't know if it's Broadway style, but I mean I think it's supposed to be a very Broadway-esque type show with performances and like pretty high quality. For $200 a ticket, you're not having real like amateurs. Like this is high quality stuff. So there's a lot of stuff to do that you don't even think of.
Plus performers come here, and at I can't even think of what they call the basketball arena. Amway. They perform there, like top. I can't think of I'm trying to think of.
What type of performers?
Oh, like Billy Joel's been there.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm trying to think of someone.
I'm
trying to think of someone that's like attracts the 18-year-olds. I can't think of someone off the top of my head.
Billie Eilish comes here. Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift.
There we go. That's what I'm thinking. Something like that.
They're blowing up the area nearby. Trust me, I'd much rather see Billy Joel than either of those two. I'm sorry, we just lost a couple people.
But like the Amway, they have like a schedule of performers, for like the whole year, and there's like top names.
Yeah, we saw James Taylor there. He was a fantastic job. Again, that's not your 18-year-old crowd.
Right. And I saw, my wife and I saw Billy Joel there, so.
I would like to see Billy Joel.
But we did see Pink there, so I don't know what crowd, maybe that's
Pink's trending a little younger. That's good. we're bringing in some of the younger folks again. We scared them with Billy Joel and James Taylor.
But my wife saw New Kids on the Block there, so.
That's the first concert I ever went to at 13 years old.
Oh, there you go.
13 years old, my girlfriend at the time. But yeah.
Was that on Long Island?
That was on Long Island, yes.
Nice.
But lots of great stuff. Again, a lot of the stuff is not spoken about ever. I mean, I've never heard anybody talk about Fun Spot. My son was invited to go to Fun Spot a couple years ago, and for the price of like a day and a half, you can get the annual pass, and you go as much as you want. And no, it's not Disney. It's not even close to SeaWorld or anything either. But I mean, for $60, it's an extra side fun thing. You go there twice. It's worth it. And there's lots of really cool stuff that you don't talk about. Like I need to check out a Pirates dinner or one of those mystery dinners. I've never done anything like that. And honestly, I said that medieval times. I lied a little bit. I did medieval times in New Jersey. I have not done it in Orlando.
So in Orlando, I'm
sorry.
What's the other one besides medieval times? Because isn't there another one?
There was an Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights.
I don't.
They're both
I
similar, right? Plus, Dolly Parton
similar.
had one here too.
Did she here? Because I know she's got the one.
She
up at
had one
Pigeon
here, but then it
Forge.
closed, and now it's.
Oh, it's now an outlet
Yeah.
center. Yes.
But I went there, but I did experience the Dolly Parton one.
Okay, because they have the Dollywood Stampede up.
Because I just
Pigeon
remember
Forge.
the Stampede was here, and her big thing was that she didn't serve alcohol, and I was like, well, I don't think this is going to survive then.
Hence the outlet center. Dolly's long lost outlet center.
Oh, I'm going to bring up something else, which I probably shouldn't bring up because you'll roll your eyes. But there's also the USTA, which is the, I don't even know what it's the tennis center at Lake Nona.
Oh, please let this be pickleball related.
And yes, so first of all, there's people that come here for, like, they have, I don't know, 100 courts. It might be the largest,
Really?
100 tennis courts.
In one
It's
complex.
I think it's the national campus.
Wow.
So there are people that have come there for
It's gotta be huge.
tennis clinics, camps, whatever. They have a game there called Padel, which I don't know anything about Padel, but they have a court there. And of course, they have a bunch of pickleball stuff going on where they bring in, you can do like pickleball clinics. So, like, for example, one time they needed 3 locals to finish out one of their clinics that they were doing. So I was like, so I went there to help them finish the tournament. And so there was 15, dude, like everyone there was from Canada. And they were there for like a 3 or 4 day pickleball camp.
Is pickleball like huge in Canada?
Oh, I don't know, just based on my small sample size. But what I'm saying is, you're mentioning all these things.
Outdoor pickleball.
You're mentioning all these things, and then these people were here. And then the other thing that I found is like they were like, "Do you normally play indoors or outdoors?" And I was like, "It's outdoors." And then they're from Canada, and they say, "We normally play indoors." Like
That makes more sense.
They're like, "We're not used to heat. We're not used to wind. We're not used to sun." So, but I'm just adding to your list of things. Like I would have never thought that. Like someone's making a trip from Canada to Orlando to go to the USTA to do these pickleball clinics.
Oh, very cool. I'm glad you added that.
So, I mean, this area,
There's so much stuff.
Like,
There's
again,
so
I
much
know,
stuff.
I mean, again, we've been on a bunch of cruises as a family, but it's like this area, like you go on a cruise and it has like the mini golf. Mm-hmm. We have mini golf everywhere. Yeah. You go on a cruise and it has ropes courses. There's ropes courses all over. You go like
rock climbing.
It's like Orlando has like it's never ending with all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
so you bring up a good point. Like a lot of these places they don't get love.
Yeah, I mean I hate to say it, you never see out. I can't remember the last time I saw an outside besides Hoop to Do Review, like an outside entertainment show mentioned. I mean, I never see a Medieval Times, Arabian Nights, the Pirates Dinner, Mystery Sleuths Dinner, and there's literally dozens of them out there, and they're never ever mentioned. I'm going, as a local, I'm going, I really should check these out. I mean, I don't do these because I'm a local and they're relatively expensive, and I go, all right, it's gonna be $50, $60 a person probably for dinner. Maybe they've got some coupons if you go like a $192 or something, but I mean, this is all stuff that it's out there that most people do that we haven't even really done so much. That maybe, like you mentioned the airboats, and you added a bunch of stuff here. I'm going, I haven't done that. And I live here, so there's a lot of cool stuff besides just the parks that doesn't get the love. So 2023, I decided we're going to touch on it today.
And I will tell you, I mean, just to mention, I think I've won multiple times free tickets on the radio to the like the Medieval Times.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Like they just
like
caller 8 or something.
Like while you've been here, or in Iowa?
No, in Iowa. I mean, no, here. Well, I've lived here.
So you're just calling all the time, so you keep winning stuff.
No,
from
like
times?
it's probably been 6 years since I'm listening to a radio station.
If you call the buy and sell line and Jason doesn't answer the phone, odds are he's winning tickets to Medieval Times. So just leave a message. He'll call you back, and maybe he'll take you to the show with him if you buy a contract.
But they need people, to fill the seats. Sometimes when they're giving out tickets, and they're like,
I don't know about this. I would love to take my kids. And if it's free
and the other thing is like, I mean, I'm to give a shout out to those people that work there. Like, that's like a full-time job. Like
They're
they
into it,
train
too.
on those horses, you know, and they're
talented. The people who are in these shows are talented people.
Yeah.
Yes,
they're
absolutely.
taking it very serious. This is not just like, hey, show up 5 minutes before work and jump on a horse.
Yeah, these are guys who, they're jumping stuff and they're making sharp turns and doing stuff. These are very professional, talented people who are doing this.
So
I'm assuming hopefully the people at the pirate show are as professional and take it seriously. I'm not sure if they're.
I haven't been to one of those.
I'm the pirate wench and I'm taking it quite seriously today. I don't know.
And I think you mentioned.
I don't go to a pirate show.
What's the big what's the thing where you go to a dinner and then you're trying to like solve a mystery?
That's like what sleuth dinners. They have like the whodunit, like the murder mystery dinner.
What's the name of it though? Is it?
There's a sleuth mystery dinner show.
Okay,
yeah.
my kids call it something else. I forget what. But yeah,
Ty's done all the shows. If you have any questions about any of the shows, Ty's done the sleuth show. He's done the medieval dinner recently. I don't know what else he's done. He's off camera right now. He's done Hoop-de-Doo
and he's trying
recently.
to solve it, right? These sleuth.
Yeah, I think you solved it. Yes.
Okay.
It was funny.
Yeah.
And is it easily like solvable, or is it? You really have to work as a team, or you don't know?
I don't know. If anybody has any questions about the mystery dinners, please put them in the comments, and Ty will hop in there and tell you all about all of the dinner shows.
I think we covered everything. That's a lot of stuff.
I think we've gone too long.
I feel like we need to check some of these stuff on the list. Really? Have you been to a Magic basketball game?
No.
Wait, 7 years here? 8 years here?
6. It'll be 7 this year.
How is that possible that you...
My kids have never been really big basketball fans, so...
You would think it would just make it to 1. Have you been? Let me ask you this: have you been in the arena then
Yes.
for James Taylor?
Yes. I've been there for James Taylor. I feel like something else as well, but yeah, I've been there for James Taylor.
All right.
And, I forget. Solar Bears. They played Amway as well, right?
There, yeah.
Yes, I've been there for Solar
okay.
Bears. I've been there for James Taylor. I have not been there for the Magic yet. Sometime soon.
I mean, I will tell you this. This is the right time to go for the Magic
Yeah.
because there's no demand for the tickets. So
I was looking at. I gotta tell you, I was looking at a couple weeks ago before Christmas. I was looking at Magic tickets. I was looking for experience. What we wanted to do before COVID hit is we sat there and said my kids have things. I said we want to do experiences. So I want to take them to a soccer match. I want to take them to the Solar Bears game. And I was like, I want to do that again. I want to do more family things. And I was looking at Magic tickets. And it was like, they're playing the Raptors, $22. They're playing the Grizzlies as low as $18, and 10 of them in a row were like that. It says Lakers as low as $350. I was like, everybody wants to see LeBron and AD. I was like, I'd love to see that. I was like, I like the Bulls. The Bulls were like 60 though, but all these other ones, like I think it was something like SeatGeek, but again as low as $12 to like $20. I'm like, I got some really good deals on there. So I would like to go to a basketball game sometimes. I'll take my kids.
and I'm forgetting what's the name of the soccer team?
So that's the Orlando. Pride is the girls' team. Orlando City. It's Orlando City is the guys' soccer team.
I don't even know how we have time to even film these shows. Look at all the stuff we have to do.
I know. There's lots of stuff to do here.
This is not like living in Iowa. That's where I'm from. So now, no knock on Iowa. I'm just saying, I'm from Iowa. There was no horse shows.
We haven't even touched on the women's roller derby league. No, I'm just playing. That might be roller.
That
derby
might be a
league.
real thing,
It probably is. But the point is, there is so much stuff to do around here. Again, but not on Disney property. You go outside Disney property, and there's a whole other world of stuff as well that 99% of the people don't touch. So.
And 99% of the time, our weather stays above 70.
Yes, that is true.
So.
All right, I think we have
that was a good episode.
Way over. We're sorry for going over so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stuck around to see this.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and come back next week.
Thank you so much. We love you guys.